As far as the property here is concerned, by a deed dated February 1832, Lawrence Rail sold 6 acres for the sum of £8 to Right Reverend Alexander MacDonnell, the Very Reverend William P. McDonald, and Walter McConough. There's no extant description of the first stone church in Railton. It was situated between the present church and the house on the county road from Kingston to Sydenham South. So there was a parish here in 1832.
Right, and then
We just don't have a lot of records
And
about
then
it.
and this building was built in
57.
1857.
If you look at that, there's very little people there.
Yeah,
For back then, and there's some cut off too, but
yeah.
I could say there's probably more then than there is now. Yeah. So, especially more young people.
So the Irish heritage was really still, from the beginning, was part of the.
It was a big part of it. I mean, we have many people on now that are not Irish that are here, but there's still a big majority of Irish in the parish.
My family came over in 1847
Okay.
and from Tipperary, and they came on the ship Asia. And so there was a family of, there was 8 children, and then the 2 parents that I know of. And the father died on the way over, and then the mother and the children made their way down the St. Lawrence to Kingston.
Okay.
And when they got to Kingston, then 3 other children died, and we found their death certificates. They settled on a farm on Hogan Road. And that was the Hogan homestead.
Remember that these people were very poor, right? They came
Yeah.
here with nothing. People were persecuted in Ireland if you were Catholic back in those days, and they were leaving. You know, like my family on the Flynn side, he came over here in 1832 to Miramichi, and he wasn't famine. He was just from persecution, right?
Right.
And then my mother's side, they came over in 1847. They were because of the famine.
This size building must have been a massive undertaking.
Yeah.
I mean, those windows, you couldn't even buy them today. I mean,
Yeah.
And when you think when this church was built, probably the parishioners were illiterate.
Right.
So that's how they told the story. So if you
Okay.
start up here, that's Mary when she's told that she's going to have Jesus, and then the nativity scene and the flight out to Egypt, and then Jesus as a young boy in Nazareth. And you just go along, and as Jesus gets older, he's with the children, and he's in the temple, and then he's in the agony in the garden. So it's a story
The whole story is told in the.
in the window.
Must have been some kind of social cohesion to build that community up from nothing.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah. I think the church had a lot
was
to do
part
with
of
it.
yeah. I think they do.
Church was the center. Even when I came here in 1970, half these roads were just some of the old homes on there. That was it, eh? Today, parishioners here come from Verona, Harrismith, Perth Road, and every place in between. And this area is very well built up now, all the back roads. So there's a lot of people out here now.